Deborah Kemball has become a personal friend of mine, and she has moved on from quilting and is not doing that anymore, but I'm still inspired by her wonderful designs. She once taught an online online class called Garlands and Hearts and Flowers. Oh my. I had to buy a fabric pack, but my background fabric and my backing fabric was my own. And she taught us this class online, so every month I was waiting for the directions and the pattern, and within 2 days I had it done. And then I waited for 28 more days for the next pattern. I love doing this thing. But this one is cotton. She finished making the class. She made, of course, her own version. And she said that to all of her students, please, don't show your quilt in a show until I show mine. So which is, as it should be, the teacher should be able to show her own first. She said, Christine, if you would like to make this quilt in a miniature version, you can show the miniature. Well, I wasn't gonna, so I took her up on the challenge, and I did. So the next one is,
oh my gosh.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. It was hard. That's all I'll say. And I won't even say I love making it, because I learned a lot about making it. One of the things I learned is that when you make a miniature of something, everything has to be miniature. Your quilting stitches have to be miniature too. Your beads that you put in there have to be, sometimes it's really hard to find, really teensy tiny. So I had to pay attention to a lot of this. I also over quilted it. It did not hang straight for a while. I had to really beat it into submission. It's now in my basement, in my studio. Anyway, so that is the second time I made this pattern. I love this pattern so much, I made it again. This time I made it into a red and white quilt. So the red and white is, of course, the color of 40th anniversary. This celebrates the 40th year of quilting. So I've been quilting for 40 years. And this is also a stuffed quilt. And the reason I had to stuff this quilt was because it was too late when I discovered that the red shadowed through the white when I applicated. And no way was this ever going to pass luster in the show. So I decided to just snip a little bit into the red silk in the back, a little snip, took a toothpick and pushed stuffing into all those tiny little details. You can imagine how long it took to, but I love this quilt because and actually in the long run, it made the quilt better. It is now a beautiful applique quilt stuffed.